I'm an adaptive skater, which means disabled skater. My spine is not connected to my hips. I'm very independent. I just do things differently. It's not necessarily that I can't do things. I got my sense of self-worth. I don't need to impress people. Yeah. Shani's my first proper long-term relationship. If you're gonna be successful in life, there'll always be people that are not gonna dig what you do. And if people are gonna try and pull you down, it means they're already beneath you.
Growing up with sacral agenesis, how do you really describe growing up with something if you don't know anything else?
So sacral agenesis is a birth defect where my spine is not connected to my hips. So obviously my hips and my lower body from about here down is underdeveloped. Can't move my toes and stuff, but yeah, I can feel everything down and move my legs to a certain extent. I started using a skateboard when I was about 3 or 4. And then that just became the mode of transport. I had my opportunities with crutches, walkers, all those things, but skateboards and just being on my hands kind of worked the best. My parents just kind of let me be and helped me whenever I needed it.
For me, it was definitely very important to figure out ways to be independent. I mean, who wants to be dependent on other people their whole life from that?
I don't need a wheelchair, I can get upstairs. I'm not like accessibility oriented. I just do things differently. It's not necessarily that I can't do things. I was always kind of on a skateboard for utility. And then in 2018, I think, I wanted to go surfing with some buddies from college. And then there were no waves. And they were like, well, we're gonna go to the skate park. And then I went to the skate park and I was like, yeah, I like this now.
Robert! How are you, man? How are you doing? I'm doing good, man.
You want some coffee?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So Paul is my business partner. We just clicked.
It's hard to find people with the same type of mindset as you and then the same type of ambition, because not a lot of people understand. Obviously, our friendship comes first, right? But we want to make something of ourselves. And that's the important part other people don't understand.
We have the same idea and goals. We have the same idea of what success is, and we have a good idea on how we're gonna get there. I just happen to be driven in the way that I want to have a business under my name. It's just, I don't want to be bored, and I like the risky side. It's fun.
How was America, US?
It was pretty interesting, dude. People are different, but the trip was great. So the recent competition that I came back from was actually my first adaptive skate competition. It was pretty cool because it was quite an eye-opener. I got to skate amongst my peers for the first time, and I got to skate the Berrics, which is one of the most prestigious parks in like skating culture.
Where did you place, man, in the competition?
So I got second.
Aish. Room for improvement, eh? No, man, it was not well done, well done.
Overall, I'm like pretty stoked with what I got there.
Whenever me and Rob are in public, yeah, sure, some people stare, and that just makes everyone uncomfortable at the end of the day.
Yeah, people will stare, but people always stare at me, and I kind of block it out. And I think that that's something that I've realized other people have to get used to. But I guess when I was younger, it sort of affected me a bit more. Now that I've got a bit more self-confidence and self-assuredness, it doesn't really bother me. I don't need to impress people. I got my sense of self-worth. If people don't gel with it, that's cool. If you're gonna be successful in life, there'll always be people that are not gonna dig what you do. And if people are gonna try and pull you down, it means they're already beneath you.
Yo! Mr. Rob! How you doing, bud? Good, how you doing, man? Yeah. Nice to see you again. We've known each other for a few years, but we've only really been really good friends for the last year, I would say. Yeah. I remember like this guy, like when we were at the contest and stuff, it's like, and the next one like, who's Rob? Rob, no one knows. And the next one you just drop it, it was just like, what?
Yeah, I sucked back then though.
You still made it through semifinals, wasn't it?
No, I didn't. No, I failed in the first round, and then the last competition we had was my best one.
Was it 4th place?
I got 4th place, yeah. Not bad. Competition is very good. I am very competitive, and so are all my friends.
Through that time, I actually got to learn Rob's true side of him, his personality, and he's always been, despite everything what happens, he's had the hardest times. He's always smiling, pushing, and always keeping himself busy and never stop working out, which is actually what's been inspiring for me, because that shows me like
Damian's
he's got a will for it. He just wants to push and keep going.
Yeah. Shani and I actually met on Tinder. People always laugh and they're like, oh no, you met on a dating app. Yeah, that's what they for. You remember our first date?
Oh yeah, it was very sweet. He took me to a skate park.
I took her to a skate park because that's where I felt comfortable. And if someone sees you on like a first date in your comfortable sort of natural habitat, you kind of give off a bit of a different air. Dating for me in the past has always been interesting. Shani's my first proper long-term relationship. Having to explain to other people that things are like, you know, don't worry, it'll be a normal relationship. She definitely learned more about me when she got to know me first. And like once you actually spend some time with me person to person, it's a lot less of a thing with the whole disability than people realize.
First impression is very charismatic, my word. Very, very outgoing, very sure of himself, and he's also very driven. I didn't tell my family, and they came to visit for the holidays, and he just kind of dropped me home. And
I just came and said
yeah, he just came and said hello. My mom's like already down, giving you a hug. Dad shook your hand, but Dad was very worried. I think he thought that I would have to be your carer. But I think after him actually spending time with you and seeing that you don't need help, you are fine on your own, I think he has come around now. People just see a disabled person and they immediately think, oh no, you always need help. You have to feel sorry for him. And that's one thing I can say about Rob, is he hates sympathy. I'm just always proud to stand next to you and take you out to public, show everyone, look, my guy.
Cheers. I'm not the biggest inspirational speaker, but I guess if anyone takes anything away, it's just don't be lazy, don't make excuses for things that you have no excuse for. Be hard on yourself 90% of the time. Because you're not the hardest person on you yourself, you're not really gonna get anything done. Get your together, people. Get your together, Robert. That's my final note.